Well, we have two amazing clients that are going to come up on stage right now, and we're going to find out a little bit about their business so you can see what's happened for them. So please welcome to the stage, Ben and Adrian. So first of all, why don't you introduce yourselves individually, and then we'll take a deep dive into your business, right? So.
Thank you, Jim. My name's Adrian from a company called Ineedbroadband. We're based in Nottingham, and we provide internet services to business, schools, education sectors. Yeah?
Yeah. Ben, introduce yourself.
Right, and I'm Ben, and in case you don't know me already, you might have seen my videos online. I'm the son of Adrian, and I deal with all the marketing and a little bit of sales at the same time.
Adrian, you started the business. You know, what is the business? What's it about?
Yeah, so the business was started back in 2007, but it was an idea way before that. So, as Ben said, he's my son. And I was working for lots of different companies back in sort of the early 90s, so I worked my way through places like Cable and Wireless, Vodafone, EE, Orange, Hutchinson Telecom, and eventually NTL, which is now Virgin Media, which Richard Benson has.
Good background, right? Lots of experience.
And it got to a point in my working life where me and my brother were working together, because my brother is also co-founder of the business with me. He's been to BGS as well.
Okay.
We sent him down for a little treat. And the business itself sort of like span out of a bit of an idea. We was working on a project for NTL in Grimsby. This guy had a business where basically he'd got an internet connection from NTL in this one factory. He wanted it a mile down the road in another. NTL wouldn't help him. I had this idea to use some technology that I'd used from Cable and Wireless, and basically beamed his signal down to his other building, which got him online.
Yeah.
We then had this idea, well, if we could do that for this one customer,
do it for more,
could we do it for more? So we went back to the cellular side of it, when I was working at EE and Orange, that if we found a mast on top of a hill, we could get this signal going miles.
Yeah.
And we did that, and I bumped into this guy from a company in London, and he went, "What are you doing?" Told him all about it. He was really interested. He says, "I've got this guy in the Nottingham Business Post. I'll contact him, see if he'll run a story." So he ran this story on us, and I'm stood at the bottom of this mast with a laptop looking up at it in this awful brown suit that I got from a charity shop, because I got no money.
As well.
It really was awful. We'll put it up online as well.
Hope you sold it on eBay.
Put it on the group chat later for you to laugh at when you've had a beer.
Yeah, thanks. It literally sort of started from that moment. Got a phone call from that two-page spread it was in the paper as well.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's really branding, isn't it? And you did it kind of accidentally,
back
right?
then, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. It was like we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call out of the blue, and this company, this person on the end of the phone said, "We've got a high person in our business that lives in the middle of this countryside place. Could you get this signal to them?" I was like, "Yeah, but it's going to be loads of money." He went, "Money's no object. They're the CEO of GlaxoSmithKline." So I was like, okay, checkbook. And we went on to service this customer by finding a farm where we could house a transmitter, beam a signal to that farm, beam it to the customer. And then the rest really was history, because everybody in that village heard about what we were doing and then went, could we get it? Could we get it? And suddenly we got a business model that we could replicate.
Oh, that's great.
And we grew the network to about 10,000 square miles. And that was all using this fixed wireless technologies, which you guys probably know as mobile phones. We call it fixed wireless.
Yeah.
And over the time, we evolved into fibre networks, and we started building fibre networks for ourselves, for residential customers in some key areas where, again, we found pockets where we can exploit that sort of area. And we now work with 3 of the main councils in Nottingham. We supply totally all of their internet services, completely resilient fibre networks, very easy for them to manage. So we found that was a pain point in their past. They couldn't manage their networks, and we can now.
Wow, you took advantage of it. Great. Ben, what's your part in the role? What do you do?
So it all stemmed really from joining with BBE doing Gold Circle. So I was originally an engineer on the tools, so I'd go out and do all the installs, so the fibre installs, the wireless installs, checking people's Wi-Fi in the house and things like that. Then we joined Gold Circle.
How long ago was that?
Gold Circle?
Yeah.
6 months ago.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah, so we joined that, and then my dad says, right, we're going to look for someone to do marketing. Then we joined Gold Circle, and he says, you know what, you know it better than anyone. You love doing videos, you love being a prat. Why don't you just jump on it and do the marketing? I thought, yeah, go on.
And you have a little bit of a personality
So,
too, don't you?
That's basically it. So, but in Nottingham, there's a music festival called Splendour, and we've done that for 13 years now. So supplying a Wi-Fi network for something like over 100,000 people at that event. So that was the first day. That was, when was that, July?
July, yeah.
I pulled the camera out and I jumped out the back of the van and went, yes, guys, I'm going to show you what we do. And then it was like, it just got hits. I was like, that worked. So then the next day, when we were still prepping up, because it takes 5 days to install the event, I'll do it again. So I did it again.
Yeah.
And then did it again. And then when we went to take the event down, to like de-rig all the event, I got the engineers of like people that put fencing up and stuff, and they're like, you're the Ineedbroadband guy. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And then they're going like, doing like words I was saying, because I was taking the mickey like the fairground rides. Where I'm from, everyone goes, hold tight the riders. And they're coming up to me, walking past, going, hey, hold tight the riders. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
So you know,
it's true as well. We can't go out in Nottingham now without somebody going, you're that broadband guy, aren't you?
What great branding, right? That's fantastic. That's incredible. Your social media before you came to Gold Circle, did you?
Oh, it was non-existent.
Didn't exist.
No. So
Nothing.
it was like you were getting like 15 views a week on your Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Now Instagram alone per month is 190,000 views.
Woo! 190,000 views.
It's a massive change. Massive change.
And where'd you learn those skills and strategies?
Here.
Literally, trust in the process.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
That's Ross, right? Trust in the process. If you trust in the process, guaranteed the result, no question. Now, you and I had a conversation just recently because, how many people enjoyed the 4 personality styles? Right? Most of you, right? And you actually took that and actually did what with it?
Yeah, so Jim did his presentation of sort of the social profiles or psycho profiles, whatever you'd like to call them, the spade and the diamond and things. And I was just took in by that at BGS. I was like, this is a game changer for us. Because what I needed to do was, as an internet company, we get support tickets come in and we get phone calls come in. And if I could understand what profile that customer was, I could answer that customer in a much better way. Everybody's probably had a conversation with somebody on the phone and you've answered the phone and then you put the phone down and you've gone, I don't like that. They're really not my kind of person.
Yeah.
So we implemented it into our support ticket system, which over the last 3 years I've been developing a lot of AI to run the back end of the business. We've got 4 virtual agents that work for us, so we haven't had to actually employ those staff members. They work 24 hours and they actually answer the customers way better than we can, because I could get a ticket on a weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not in the greatest of mood and I'll be like typing back, that warrior typing you do on the keyboard and then send it and then get up the next day thinking, I didn't send that, did I? But the agents and the psycho
AI can
profiling
save
does
you a
that.
ton of money, right? It can,
Yeah.
You don't have to do
Absolute ton of
customer
money,
service.
yeah.
The most annoying thing about it, though, is trained an AI bot sound like me. Right, so I do the videos on the face of the company, then they ring up the AI bot, speak to Ben, and they're like, can't get rid of it.
So are you enjoying being the face of the company, Ben?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you having some fun with it?
Yeah, it's his natural profile. And again, going back to
I'm full
profiling.
diamond, by the way, full diamond.
Soon as we knew where his profile was, we was like, you might as well do it.
Isn't that where you moved him literally from being a tech to being the face of the company?
Yeah, and then we employed a junior tech, which is my brother's son. So we brought him into the business now. So we are truly a family business, apart from one lady that's been with me for 16 years. She helped me run a business in Spain between 2006 and 2011, and then moved back to the UK, so we kept her employed as well.
Oh, great. So what makes your business distinct and different than other people that are out there? What's the main selling proposition or makes you different?
I think we listen to the customer. You know, if the customer comes to us, I will literally, you know, talk to them like we're talking now. You just tell me what's wrong, you know, what are you having problems with, and I will build what you want, not what it says on the price sheet.
So customize it.
We'll customize it for that particular customer.
I think I can add to that as well. So at the end of the year, what we do in our company, we do a giveaway at Christmas. So last year we gave away a 50-inch TV to all of our clients. Well, not to every single one. You could win one. And all they had to do is put a feedback form in. And then that way we found out what people really loved about us or didn't really like about us. And what we found that they loved more was, you know, you got BT and Virgin, and you will sit on the phone, you'll go through another person, get through another person, to another person. It's so annoying. With us, you don't get that. It's straight through, local. We want to work with you. Do you know what I mean? We understand how it works, and just peace of mind.
So more personal, working with them one-on-one.
It's a personal touch. Yeah,
the personal touch.
Yeah, I mean, as Ben just mentioned, they're local. We are based in Nottingham, and we've always prided ourselves on being local and supplying that area. But now, through BBE, we see the bigger picture, and we are like expanding.
Yeah,
so we
great.
partnered with another major carrier in the UK, and we've now got access to 140 different exchanges and locations in the UK to provide exactly the same level of service as
So we
we're
can
doing
go
locally.
nationwide.
So we can now be nationwide.
So you implemented social media, you did some branding. What are your plans for kind of the future? I mean, obviously you've grown a bit. You know, you've scaled. You've done well with respect to that. What's your kind of plan for the future?
Just to add to the branding part, so with the borrowed media thing that you learn from these guys, I reached out. I don't know if you've ever heard of a manufacturer called TP-Link. These guys make routers and all Wi-Fi equipment and blah, blah, blah. I reached out to them and says, look, this is who I am. I want to collaborate with you on a B2B, say B2B job or a residential job, and show how people can use your equipment and our service at the same time and get the best service possible. They come back and said, look, I watched your videos, you're funny as hell, it's going to work for us, let's do it.
Oh,
so
wow.
I've got a meeting with them soon, and they're world leading manufacturing this sort of stuff.
I know who they are.
That's one thing.
That was one of those techniques that Adam teaches, which is there's three major ways you get an inquiry. One is that you do social media, which you did. The second is you do ads, right, when ads are working for you. And then the third is you borrow it by partnering with other people. So what a great implementation, right? What else are you guys planning for the future?
I mean, things that we've learned through, say, BBE, these really have been game changers for us. So as Ben mentioned, we do this festival every year. We've done it for 13 years. Never took advantage of any of the celebrities we're there. You know, we meet all sorts of stars. I've been sat in Porter Cabin with Sam Ryder. I sat there having a beer with him, watching Formula One, just because we supplied him a brilliant internet connection for him just to watch his Formula One while he was doing the Splendor Festival.
I hope you got a picture.
And at the same time, I was having a beer with Craig David. He didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
that's it's crazy. But we never did anything. We didn't use these people to sort of get us going. And this year we did a thing with Vicky McClure. We went and asked her and said, Vicky, you know, if I give you £1,000 to your charity, will you do a little video with us? She came and spoke to us, and she got the money for the charity. But then we formed a really good relationship with her. Ben's on socials all the time chatting to her, and he's got something that we're working on with her at the moment.
Yeah, so basically, I reached out to her a few weeks ago and says, look, right, why don't we put on an event as Ineedbroadband, an event for you and your charity. So she runs a charity called the Dementia Choir. They're getting quite big now, this charity is. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's big.
They was on TV for 2 years with the Dementia Choir.
Yeah. So I said, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run an event for you. This is everything that I've learned from everyone at BBE. So basically, the event is going to be a night with Vicky McClure. So I'm just, at the minute, getting a date right for September next year. And this will have 400 guests in the room, so including Premier League football teams, so Nottingham Forest, my team, local councils, local businessmen, property developers, people in that sort of mind frame. They're all going to be in the room, as well as members of the public too. So it'll be a night on stage with her, and then there will be a performance from the choir, And then all night we'll be doing donations, and then we're going to be doing an auction at the end with memorabilia from boxing legends like
Wow.
Carl Froch, Lee Wood,
Yeah.
you name it. I'm going to get it, and then we're going to give all of that money to that charity.
Ah, good
Super
job.
proud of you
yeah.
on that one.
Yeah. That's
Really looking forward to
yeah,
that.
that's proximity of power, right? Getting associated
Borrowing
with those.
media
Yeah,
at the
that
same
is.
time. You're putting the people
You're
in the real
borrowing
need.
their expertise, so that's a great thing. You guys have done an incredible job in terms of being with Gold Circle. You guys are incredible to begin with as entrepreneurs and scaling your business. If our audience wants to get a hold of you to kind of chat a little bit, how could they get in touch with you?
Just put Ineedbroadband in. Instagram, Facebook. I started TikTok, but Instagram and Facebook's the main one. But obviously then
Say
the
it again
website.
for everybody.
Sir?
Say it again for everybody.
I need broadband. Really.
Exactly what you need. I need broadband.
And the reason we called it that is because if you go in Google search, most people put, I need broadband.
Yeah.
Then we just come
Google
up,
search,
and that's
keyword
it.
search,
Well,
right?
because of the videos and the algorithm, I come up automatically now anyway. So you're going to see me. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian and Ben!